we are back to our group who has been investigating a spree of murders targeting Syrian refugees in Sharn. They uncovered that behind those murders were a gang of veterans of the nation of Breland called the Broken Bridge Brawlers. That they were killing those people with blue gauntlets that fries the brain. Going after the gang, the party deceived their way into getting a meeting with their leader in the Yellow Spire, the gang's stronghold in the district of Daggerwatch in Upper Dura on the western side of Sharn. And thus the group split blasphemy with one half taking Daxoketh and faking out that they caught him and that they were bringing him to the gang so they can use the gauntlet on him, while the other half, Max, Jonis, and Sentinel, went on a stealth mission to sneak into the spire itself from the icy lower levels by way of cellars. After a brief conversation with the gang's leader, the whole situation erupted into a fight as Carver punched the leader in the face, and the rest of the group joined their companions in the tower, and we left off at the third round of combat was starting. The party sort of have an upperish hand, as most enemies are either killed or currently slowed by Leovar's magic, but Carver and Jonis in particular are in a tough spot. But the fight continues, so let us start with Daxoketh at top of initiative.
Daxoketh is going to circle around Sentinel, and he will attack with his short sword, Curran. 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
Good. He is going to deal 8 damage plus his sneak attack. $10 more damage.
Okay, so that is enough to take down the leader, who was already looking pretty rough.
So he does this thing where he circles around and gets behind him, and then kind of nicks him in the neck, and then nicks his arms, and then nicks the backs of his knees, and he makes him fall to the ground. Yeah.
He doesn't even know what is happening to him as this barrage of attacks is unleashed by Daxoketh, and just like he falls to the ground, which brings us to Max.
Oh, all right. It's my turn. Well, since at the lower level everything is taken care of, I would like to head upstairs. So how much movement do I need for that?
I'd say it will be your movement to get there.
Okay. Where do I get to? Where do I surface?
You will get here and get here.
Here? Perfect. All right. Daxoketh just took care of this guy. So, right? This guy's gone.
Yes, this guy is.
Yeah. All right.
Ditto.
So, in that case, I am just going to use my action for a sneaky little mind sliver on Marco.
Okay, that's an intelligence save.
Yes, intelligence saving throw, please.
It's not intelligent. That is a 14.
A 14 does not succeed. My DC is 16. So he is going to take 8 psychic damage, and he has to lower his next saving throw by a d4.
Hopefully it keeps him slowed.
Cool.
And that's my turn. Yep.
Okay. Sentinel is up with Leovar, next player on deck.
Cool. Well, I can see that Leovar is having some trouble, or he will be shortly. So I'm gonna run over, Warhammer in hand. I kind of spin it for an upswing as I come in. I'm gonna try and clog Marco on the underside of the chin.
Okay.
He has a -2 to his AC. Yes.
15.
15 hits.
He takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
He is marked with an unwavering mark.
Cool.
Doesn't matter right now, but it will do. I will swing again. That's better. That is a 19.
Hits.
That is good. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it's looking rough. Rough.
Well, action surge.
Okay.
You still have your hasted action as well.
Oh, am I still hasted?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's been a
completely
week,
forgot.
but it's not been a week
Yeah.
in game.
No, I forgot. Yeah. I'm sure the viewers will know. I'm sure because they watched the last episode before this one, so they'll know that I'm hasted. But it's been a week for us, guys. So, you know. Yes, no, I will use my hasted action. I don't need to action search.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Okay,
It starts
yeah.
again.
It's there. You know, I'll take a picture of this one.
Sturdy.
Got receipts.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes. Oh, that's man. I roll a 1 on the damage dice. Okay, so it's 8 plus 9 plus 1, 9 plus 4,
Okay.
13.
Okay, yeah, that would be enough to take him out. That would be enough to take him
Yeah,
out.
so I like run in. Warhammer's spinning. I like clock him under the chin with a hit. I use that momentum as I'm up, but I two-handed and I bring it down, and then I swing it around. I hit him in the side, and he goes like flying over the banister of the stairs down the stairs.
Oof. Okay.
And then I'll move up to this guy and just gonna hang out.
It's just on the banister of the stairs and body just.
Yep. Yeah. One falls through the fireplace and then gets up and starts attacking people, and then another one comes rolling down the stairs.
And Jonas
Yeah.
just sees that and is like, "Oh no, another one!"
Stay down. Stay down.
Yeah,
This one is
just-
not getting back up.
No, just a dead body hitting next to you, Jonis. But okay, that is Sentinel's turn. Now it's this guy here. The leader is dead. Marco's dead. This human with blonde hair and a bit of scarring on the face, gauntlets in hand, just like looks at this situation happening. Also, the sword falls, by the way.
Nice.
As the leader falls, the sword is de-enchanted and falls with him. But seeing this, he just goes, all right, that's enough. We need to kill all of us.
Okay. Can
That
we
is
like
his turn.
Okay.
That is his turn. That is what this
Oh.
guy says. Leovar, it's you are up with Carver, next player.
Leovar glancing about, seeing how his companions are and hearing that, he'll go, "Well, good, some people should get some actual law-facing justice. I think that's reasonable, everyone, right?" And he kind of will, as he's saying that, he's moving towards Carver, who has that energy and that might offset Carver a bit. Leovar puts a hand on Carver just slightly and will cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds. New healing. And so many D8s for a 3rd level Cure Wounds. It feels good. 9. You heal 30?
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, new
Okay.
healing.
Yeah, 30. That's amazing. Carver, you
Healing's
heal
great.
30 hit points, and for you, Carver, none of you have seen Leo heal before. His hands glow faintly white, and you get a cool breeze blows against your face, and you get a smell of petrichor, that fresh, clean, earthy smell after a heavy rainfall or storm. And for a moment, you feel weightless. You feel very light and untethered to anything. You just feel a brief moment of feeling very free, just for a moment, as a chunk of your wounds heal. Right. I think, unless blood's been shed, I think we need some people to bring to the guards, I think, as reasonable, right, everyone? And that's my turn.
Okay. Carver, you are up.
Carver kind of feeling that, he shakes his head for a moment and just kind of looks at Leovar. And then he just shrugs and puts his sword away.
Okay. Okay, that is nice. This guy here, here's what the man of the gauntlet says, and his crew you, Richard, will not just surrendering, and he's going to shoot a crossbow at he's going to shoot 2 crossbows at Sentinel.
Did he say screw you, Richard?
Yeah.
Both are very bad. This guy is slowed. He shoots 2 crossbows, but it's like so slow. And as he takes aim and he shoots, it just it doesn't do anything to you, Sentinel. It
He was
doesn't
more like,
even shoot.
Screw you, Richard.
Carver just looks at Leovar and like points like, huh?
I thought they'd all have more sense.
Is it a wisdom save for the slow or a
It
con
is.
save?
It is. Wisdom save.
Okay, so that's a 17. So
He succeeds.
okay, so after that, he is not slowed anymore. Jonis, you are up.
Okay, Jonis, his left eye is swollen shut, and he's, bleeding from the mouth, and another dead body just came through the fire pit thing, so he is actually
No,
gonna
it came from the stairway. Like it
Oh,
plummeted
okay.
and then it rolled off the stairway.
Either way, he's gonna step himself in between the fire pit and the stairway and hold hands out to either side, and he's just gonna ready an action for anybody that comes down the stairs and or any enemy that were to fall down or come down the stairs. He's gonna 3rd level light them on fire.
Oh, dang.
That's
Okay.
that's his action. And he's just like panting, breathing like Rock Lee after he got his ass beat by Gara.
Okay. Okay. Back to the upper floor then. This guy here is going to look at his friend. He didn't do anything. He's going to look at you guys here. He's going to move to this place, and it's going to okay, it's going to use its action to attack Daxoketh, I guess, because it killed the leader. So that is an 18 on the first one. Wow.
I'll use my reaction to use cutting words, and I'll say, Something clever, I'm sure.
Not
You're
that
you're about to be a tragic verse in someone else's ballad, and
Nice.
I reduce it by 5.
Okay, so that's a 13.
That's you, Nate.
Oh, sorry.
He's shooting you.
It hits.
13.
13?
No, it does not hit. I have a 15 AC.
I was like, what?
There you go.
Yeah, the crossbow is so slow for you, Daxoketh, and you just like
Yeah.
move out of the way. You see the trajectory of it, and then it doesn't hit you. That's a wisdom save again at the end of their turn. That's 5, so he is just slowed,
Oh my gosh.
and it's actually back to you now, Daxoketh.
Okay. Let's go for the slowed one. Yeah, that should just make it. Attack with my short sword. $18 to hit.
That will hit.
4 damage.
I also believe you have advantage because this creature did not act this round, I
Yeah.
think.
No, it's the first round of combat.
Oh, the first round? Okay.
Yep. Sneak attack. Yeah, I don't have advantage, so I don't get sneak attack.
That is true.
So my dagger. Wrong guy. 22 to hit.
That hits.
And 10 damage.
That is what you needed. Whoa.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And damage with a dagger? What kind of dagger you got, bro?
Oh, no, wrong stat. My god, thank you. 8 damage. I rolled max damage on the dagger.
Okay. Okay. Still it's really bad. Looking really bad. This slowed person blood is like getting out of their wound, but it's like slowly floating in
Oh,
out of their body.
oh, that poor man.
Yeah.
Hey, he had an
Okay.
opportunity to give up.
Okay. Max is up with Sentinel next player.
All right. Which one of these is Richard who has a brain?
This guy is Richard. Who has a...
This is Richard. All right.
He's okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to look at the guy that Daxoketh is completely destroying over there, and I'm gonna say, "Ugh, idiots actually make my brain hurt. I'm going to make yours hurt now as well," and I'm gonna mind sliver him too.
Okay.
So another intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, that's a 6. He's clearly not intelligent.
Yep. As
This is what stupid feels like inflicted on me.
as the spellbook that is chained to my belt flies up once again, opens up on the page of the Mind Sliver cantrip, and shoots a chain at him that just slowly seeps into his brain. And he is going to take a little bit. Again, 8 psychic damage.
Yeah, that is definitely enough.
And I'm just gonna move right over here behind my good friend Carver, who is going to tank all the hits for me.
Okay. Sentinel, you are up with Carver next.
Okay. Okay. I look at the at Richard, and I like poke my warhammer into his chest, and I go, "You behave," and I grab him, and I'm gonna grab him by the kind of the front of his thing, and I'm gonna drag him with me as I go and deal with this other guy who's shooting at me with a crossbow. So
Holy.
I'll use my hasted action, which I think I can do to, I guess, grapple the guy. Is
Okay.
that one of my options?
Okay. That is, I think it's only used for attacks.
It's like,
It
and then it
is
has like a
active
list of
attack.
other things it can be used for.
Yeah,
Like,
wait. I will check the haste spell. You can only to take the attack action, one attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or utilize action. But I think if you're using the attack action, you can
Oh, yeah, a
replace the
grapple is
attack
an
with a
attack action.
grapple.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is true.
So hasted action, I'm gonna grapple him. He's surrendering, so I assume he just
Yeah,
lets me-
he is not gonna,
Yeah.
fight
I will-
the Warforged.
and then I will drag him. Good choice. I will drag him at half speed, which is still just enough, over
Okay.
to this guy.
Okay. So this area here, slippery, ice.
I jump over it with my super feet.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, so actually, instead of dragging him, I see the eyes. I hold him, and then the kind of piston mechanism in the bottom of my feet activates again. And I guess the rest of the group now sees this. As I take a little bit of a step back and then a forward, and then we both, me holding him, I leap through the air over the ice and land next to this guy. And I will again let go of of Richard, and I'm gonna hit this guy.
It's such a normal name, it's funny.
13.
Richard knows what's good for him.
Richard's kind of a dick.
I mean, they're all dicks here, but he's the smarter dick.
Does a 13 hit? I'm guessing not.
A 13 hits.
Cool. Takes 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
We'll mark him. And then I will hit him again. That's better. 26.
That hits.
Makes damage. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
That is enough. That is too enough. Yeah, you bludgeon him and he falls to the ground, and you see Richard just look at the guy as you hit him with the warhammer and goes, Jeffrey, he wasn't bright.
Yeah, I turn to him and go, no, he was not.
We should put that on his grave.
That's it. That's all it reads. Jeffrey, he was not bright.
Okay, so with Jeffrey out, I would say this is considered a safe space now. You have Richard grappled in your hand, and this combat situation has been dealt with. So we are out of initiative.
I'm gonna drag Richard, kind of scoot around the ice, back to the group.
Carver looks low-key annoyed at Leovar, like, I could have... And he just kind of grumbles, thanks for the healing. He goes and kicks the wall.
You're welcome. I kind of look at Max like, huh?
He'll
like-
get over it. I mean, he has a reason to be mad. He could have fought more and you didn't let him, and he likes fighting a lot, so you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
silly
just buy
me.
him a drink later, and he'll forgive you.
Leo's hand pats his completely empty coin purse. He's like, I'll do that at some point, certainly. Where's Jonis? Jonis?
Oh, that's right. Where did he go? I swear he was with me.
Leovar then panics and will run down the direction Max came, leaving the gang to deal with the appear. Jonis?
Okay. No, you definitely hear him as he's getting down the stairs.
Oh man.
Well, just little crackles like this like fuses being lit like sort of like dance around his fingertips, and then he sees you and he lets it go and sort of stumbles to you, and you see he's
Hi,
he's
here,
done for.
I got you. And he'll kind of put his hands to steady you, and they glow faintly white, and like Carver, you get hit with a fresh breeze, a gust of wind in the face that smell of petrichor, and I'll cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on you, Jonas.
Yeah.
Yo!
Oh.
Yo! That's 28 points of healing.
I'm back to full almost.
I love new healing. It's so good. So you get that, and you just feel that a moment of just feeling free and unbothered, and all your wounds healed. He's like, "There, good as new. Are you okay?"
Yeah, and he's pulling his hood up back now, and I guess I don't know if does your healing sort of actually impact like a wound and like close it up, for instance?
Yes, I would imagine so.
All right. And his eye opens up to see you, and it's just purple, though not swollen anymore. And he just asks, "Did we get him?"
We did. We got him. We did
Oh,
good,
thank
and we've got one who surrendered for law purposes.
Law purposes.
Legally,
just,
I didn't fight you.
I'll just sort of wait here for everybody. Whatever's been coming down these steps has been out of a nightmare. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's violent upstairs. It was violent.
I got one. He points to the blackened, scorched body and like roasted metal behind him.
Now recording.
I did it.
He looks at that and he's like, he sees all the cleaving and the carving upstairs, and then he sees the absolutely burnt out husk, and he's like, "Oh, that's worse. Good job, Jonas. That's good for you. I knew you had it in you."
Yes. Look at the others. I'll be here.
Sure, I'll be just upstairs. Call if anything happens, and I'll make my way back up to them, whatever they were doing while I was down here.
Yeah. What were you guys doing?
Max is doing his best to console Carver and be like, "There'll be more fights. It's okay. Let it all out."
Kicks the wall again and then goes, "These things. Here," he just takes them off and like, "What do they do?"
Oh, that's good. Give me a moment. I don't have it prepared, so I need some time. And I will start identifying them. 10 minutes.
Okay.
I will disarm Richard. Take any
Okay.
weapons, gauntlets off, everything.
Remove the arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daxoketh goes over to Curran's body, and he sits him upright against the middle pillar of the room. It looks like there's a pillar in the middle of the room, and he says, "We need to bind his hands and feet so he can't get away." "Oh, did you all think I killed him?" "No, he's quite fine." And you see there's literally just, apart from his wounds from before, his neck is cut, the back of his shoulders are cut, and his knees are cut, and it looks like that's incapacitated him. He's done non-lethal damage for the mechanics of it all. It's a message I sent to Omar a long time ago about this guy.
Nice.
We thought you'd killed him.
I mean,
No,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Okay. So,
Carver's gonna look around the room. Is there anything up here? Any like chests or books, or like is
Yeah,
this just a stairwell?
no, there is a big crate in a corner of the room.
Any treasure chests? Any XP?
Oh yeah. He's gonna go over and I've seen there's gauntlets in it, but he's gonna try and open it.
Okay. So, as people prepare Richard and Kuran for an interrogation, Carver, you look into that crate, and what you see is a bunch of like blue small cubes, like 5 of them, and there are a number of pouches of coin, as well as 3 small potions of a red liquid, and a potion that is like an elongated vial that seems empty.
Carver's just gonna say, "The stuff over here."
That's it.
Using all of his brain power.
Hey, he has a 14. Shut up.
Most of his brain power.
And he's gonna, just out of curiosity, he's gonna pull out the potion that seems empty and just open it and sniff.
Okay. You pick it up, and there seems to be like a liquid inside, but it's transparent. Give me an intelligent. Oh my god.
I also have
Amazing.
alchemist supplies, alchemist tools.
Okay, so you can utilize that.
Proficient.
You can utilize that.
So an intelligence check is 13 plus 2 for the intelligence.
Okay, so this is a potion of invisibility.
Hmm. He'll just look at Daxoketh and kind of say, "You'll like this," and throw it at him. No, like underhand chuck. He's not throwing it at him.
And then he goes invisible.
Roll to hit.
No, oh my. This could be of much use. Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, you tie down Richard and Kuran. Kuran is still unconscious. It will take him some time to actually wake up. But what do you do?
When Leovar comes up and he sees that they're all doing that, and he saw Carver doing his investigating, Leovar is going to look for paperwork and notebooks and that kind of thing. Just see if there's any kind of records or who this sponsor of theirs might be, or written evidence of their plans.
You see, you remember that Kuran, when you entered this room, he was holding a spell shard, which is basically a crystal that holds information, and he still has that on him.
He will go and take that from his person then.
Okay.
I hope he has necessary information. Is everybody else okay? Injuries wise, does anybody need a little help?
I'm good.
Could use a little, but only if you have extra to spare.
Theo's just a real friendly guy. He gives you he hums a little tune, a little melody, and a breeze kind of kicks up around you, Daxoketh, and without going near you, you get a first level healing word. 9 hit points.
Oh, cool. Just what I needed.
I don't know about all of you, but we have Richard here. Smart move, Richard, by the way. And this jackass, and he gestures to Curran, who is the head in this operation here. I don't know who their sponsor is, but I think with the gauntlets in these two, we have enough evidence, I think. And we know that they were planning on attacking non-sirens, so I think the law, for whatever it's worth here, is going to persecute them as guilty. Unless anybody thinks we should look for anything else in particular while we're here.
What do you think these cubes are for? Do they make the gauntlets?
Cleo picks up a cube.
Okay. I would say it's around this time that Max's spell has finished, and you can identify this gauntlet. So it's a gauntlet. If you use it, it does an extra d8 of lightning damage on an unarmed strike. And there is an energy surge that can be used once per the gauntlet itself. Like it's a surge of energy powered by something in the gauntlet, and you see that it's a small blue cube that is inside of these gauntlets. Uniquely, when that burst is when the surge is unleashed, it stores information in the memory cube, almost like a spell shard, but much smaller.
I will share all that information with everyone. So I'll say, yes. So we should grab all of those cubes as well. Maybe they can serve as evidence.
Right, okay. Let's grab everything.
By the way, I'm still a little bit worried. I mean, they were going to attack Valenar elves. Is this really all of the force that you had? I asked Richard.
Yeah, it's a squad.
I mean, Valenar elves, especially their mercenaries, are trained for war, but if you think you could have pulled it off, okay.
We thought we had the necessary tools, but as he
These
looks down at his
boys?
hand. Yes.
Yes, I'm sure your practice on defenseless refugees was real good warm-up for you.
Look, this was the mission. You do not really argue with the mission. Our leader here, as he looks at Kuran, who's like incapacitated.
Carver's now pouring water on Kieran's face from his water skin.
Okay.
Well, we argued with your mission, and here's the result.
I'll say Kuran, it would take some time for Kuran to regain his health so he can open up, just because of the blood loss and the damage. So unless you want to heal him somewhat, it will take time for him to wake up.
No, I think we can take him to the guards and they can take it from there.
I do still have that spell to compel truth.
You can offer. I mean, we did our job here so far. I'm not entirely opposed to getting some more info and going further tonight if everyone's okay with it. I'm sure the prince will be very grateful to all of you for your help.
This Kieran fella didn't make all of this, he's too thick for that, so...
That's true.
But this spell of yours, does it force them to speak truth, or can they choose not to answer?
They can choose not to answer, but I have other ways of convincing them.
Okay.
Look, I will tell you. I will tell you all you need. There is no reason for unnecessary violence anymore.
Violence is never unnecessary.
I think violence is mostly
I was waiting for that.
Well, in a state of war, it definitely is. But we did not make those gauntlets. We received a package from an anonymous benefactor, a spell shard like those. It had a message that this person would like to see the brawlers take vengeance on those who fought the British in the war. We received information on that crystal of members of the Syrian Restoration Front, people that we should eliminate because they are too vocal on their demands. We also received missions before to attack goblinoids and monstrous humanoids from Durwam in Kyber's Gate.
So, just a bunch of bigots, then, really.
It's vengeance, and it's righteous. These people, they came to our city, to our land, and now we're just supposed to let them be.
I'm
right?
still stood behind him, making sure he doesn't try anything. And from above, I swing down, I slap him across the face as he's partway through that sentence.
We are mean, man.
And obviously, like, no, have you heard what this guy's saying?
Oh, I totally agree. I just we are mean.
I like, he's being slapped by Sentinel. Okay, this is a robot, so it's like, when I say slap, it's more like being hit across the head with a metal bat. But I'm not trying to do
Righteous?
damage.
Was it righteous to kill a defenseless man and leave 3 children without their father and a woman who's got a home that she can barely feed her kids? All
Then
alone.
he should not have been involved with those
then-
people. Those people who are trying to undermine our country.
I slap him again.
By that logic, you shouldn't be involved with who you're into. Maybe we should just kill you rather than give you to the watch.
Well, if you kill me, you'll be in trouble. Unlike those goblins and unlike those Sirens, we are actually protected by the law. I am a citizen of one of the 12 nations, and I am
Who attacked
protection
her?
by the law.
Well, it was.
I surrendered.
Well,
They
well,
don't know
they
that.
don't have to know that.
no, you know what? That's actually a very good point that you just made there, Richard. I was thinking this as well. Realistically, the guards don't really give 2 shits. They weren't interested in sending anyone in the first place to even deal with this, and people are getting murdered. So, there's plenty of angry people out there that don't like people like you. So, let's say we let you face the people's justice.
Well, now that you mention it, I have a better suggestion. We could take him to someone with some actual ties to Sire and some authority, perhaps. And I look at Carver. Mr. Monger?
Syrian justice.
Seems fair.
The guards aren't going to do anything. They've already proved that. Let's see. Let's let them actually get punished.
I'm sure the prince will reward our friends handsomely for their assistance. Unlike us, they're not contractually obligated, and yet they still did it.
I'm really not trying to get involved in the broader political games of everyone involved here. People were murdered who have families in cold blood by a bunch of bigots, and the law here is crap. It's an absolute shit show, and it's completely unfair. But something needs to be remedied and addressed to the events that have happened in this city, so we can't leave a big question mark on it with the guards, however incompetent or unfair their laws might be to the Siren people. You may do what you want as far as your employer goes, but we need to bring, at the very least, this evidence to the watch in Tavik's Landing.
Don't have any problem with that.
We don't need evidence for our employer. I'm sure he will believe our words.
Well,
Why don't you take their head, points to Curran, and we take Richard. Split
as
two.
this is happening, this is quite some time, and this was a fight with magic and sword.
Oh,
and
Shit.
it drew a little bit of attention from this heavily fortified garrison of the Watch in Sharn.
Oops.
Forgot that.
So after a bit of discussion, you actually hear what seems to be like a voice that is enhanced by magic that calls out from the lower floor of the towers. That's calling for whoever is responsible for this commotion to come out of the tower. That the tower is surrounded by the Watch.
Seems like the decision's been made for us.
I Can we be friendly? I know we have a lot of issues with the watch, but I think we need to be very delicate as we walk outside.
Daxoketh goes up to one of the arrow slits, sees if he can get a look outside to see what we're looking
Okay.
at.
Okay. There is like a dozen guards outside.
Well, I mean, I'd rather not get into a fight with the uncorrupt part of the watch, even if we don't know what they are. We can just take the evidence for now, and I'm gonna store the gauntlets that I was examining.
Okay.
That should be enough for me.
Take one of the cubes as well.
Ah, of course. I will grab another of the blue cubes as well.
Okay.
Leo will cast Enhanceability on himself to give himself Evil Splendor.
Okay.
I look at Megs and I go, and that memory thing, we need to look at that at some point.
Oh, I've got it, yes.
Okay. So you are all going out of the front door?
Yeah, Carver will take whatever's left in the thing, just in case. Just not just going to leave it there anyway.
Yeah. Grab the gauntlets and the various cubes.
And the money pouches and the potions.
I'll pick
Oh, yeah.
Kieran up on my fireman's, hold him over my shoulder and walk out with him.
Okay. So
Maybe
you
Carver can manage Richard.
you go out of the front door and you see a dozen guards. Some of them have weapons at the ready, and who seems to be like leading this charge is this older dwarf with like a balding head and a strong build, and he just looks up to you as you go out. He goes, "What is this?" And as he sees you dragging Richard and Kieran on one shoulder, what is happening here?
I know what this looks like, but I can assure you that this was in self-defense. These people are part of a group that are responsible for some crimes in Tavok's Landing against Siren refugees, which I understand are not protected by the law here in Sharn. However, I believe we have evidence here in some Spellshard cubes, and that will indicate that they were also planning to attack the Valar mercenary company with these gauntlets, which, if you study them, you will find that they execute people in a similar fashion to the bodies that were found in Tavok's Landing and Smoky Towers.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
I have advantage because of enhanceability. Natural 20 for a 30.
Okay. So, the dwarf looks at you and looks at each member of your group, and he goes, "We had word about such murders and a group of people who volunteered to find evidence. So that is the evidence."
Yeah, that is the evidence. In the process of us getting this evidence, we found ourselves under attack by these people and needed to defend ourselves.
I see.
While we were coming downstairs, Carver would have whispered to Richard, "If you drop us in it, I'm going to crush your skull."
Give me an intimidation check. Why not?
Because I can see this guy completely screwing with us. 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay. Okay, so this happens, and the dwarven captain goes, "We just have to wait for 20-30 minutes as we send a message from the House Civis house enclave here to the commander of Tavik's Landing with your findings."
Is very understandable. I think we can wait, everyone, right, for the messaging to be done. And I kind of nod at the group like, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, is there anything that you would like to do while waiting here for those 20 or so minutes?
I try to see if I can remember any way how one can break the password of a spell shard, because they're like password protected, right? Without the password, you can't access the information inside them. So I don't know if the identify spell would reveal the password as well or not, or if there's a different way to do it, but I would try to see if I can think of any information about that.
Okay. I will say that in I mean, the creature can sit. Doesn't have to be
Yeah, true, I
password
guess.
protected.
Well,
So
true, I guess.
these aren't password.
Okay, perfect. Then while we're doing that, just in case they search us and take the evidence away so that we don't know, I would like to peer into the spell shard that is on my person still and that we found in the basement of the tower.
Okay. So the one in the basement is of a different make.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was. It's not a magical cube. It was an actual spell shard.
Yeah, it's an actual spell shard, and that one is actually spell book from the mage who built this base.
Ah. Okay. Well, that's not evidence, so I'm not giving that up.
Oh, this whole thing, I've had this for years.
yeah. That's fine. What about what about if we try to look at the actual magical cubes?
Okay, so I would say that most of the ones that were in the crate are empty,
right? Yeah.
But the one that Curon had, it had information about members of the Syrian Restoration Front, like names and where they live. Their leader is a man called Doras in Smoky Towers.
Oh, good to know.
And then there is information about the other mission attacking the goblinoids. And
Goblinoids, but not the Valinor elves.
This is like a previous mission.
Yeah.
The goblinoids. And the Valinor elves are, part of the information about the Sirens and the Day of Ashes operation, as they called it. The attack on the Valinor and the Sirens.
Is that also in the?
Yeah.
Oh, that's also okay. Perfect. Wow.
So mission statement, basically, like a number of missions that they have to do and information about those missions. But it does not specify a place where they are supposed to deliver those memory shards or anything like that. And you don't find any with if this can store memories by unleashing this surge of energy, then there must be cubes with information from the attacks.
Somewhere else.
There is none.
Yeah, it might be somewhere else. While we're waiting those 30 minutes, I would try to see if there's a way that I can like do this stealthily. I would tell the rest of the party as well that I'm planning on doing this, and if they can they can help in any way to like hide me a little bit or talk to the guards to distract them. But I would transcribe all of this information to like into writing on my parchments, so that I can, if they take away the spell shard, so that I still have the information somewhere to look back on.
Okay, cool.
Carver's just going to sit down. He's going to kind of slap Sentinel on the back as he does it. And just like, we've got nothing to do for 30 minutes. And then Max can just do it behind us.
Oh, perfect! Yes! Fantastic!
Non-violent, go Carver.
I'm like, shit, I hate wasting spellbook parchment on this, but fuck.
I will.
Okay.
Sentinel would during this time. He noticed after the fight that Jonis never came upstairs, and I'm guessing on the way down, we probably saw the charred corpse of that guy, the guy that I kind of sent to him unintentionally. So, feeling mildly responsible for Jonis either getting hurt or mentally scarred by what happened to that guy. He'd come. We don't have to roleplay it if you don't want to, but he'd come over and just check on you and be like, "Yo, you good?" Like, making sure everything's chill.
He'd accept that, and it's perfect because he was actually gonna come to you and say that you were incredible out there and check on you as well to make sure that you were okay, and sort of like give your frame a once over just to if everything's in place and where it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. They'd say He'd say thank you, and that he's doing just fine.
Me too. Me too.
So after this time has passed, the dwarven captain returns, saying that Commander Iana Talan of Tavik's Landing would like to meet the group. That they will prepare a sky couch to take them back to the Black Arch garrison in Tavik's Landing.
Yeah, that is perfectly fine. We will follow that direction. Yes.
Okay. So it's already pretty late at night, and this journey will take you like an hour and a half to get to the Black Arch garrison. And now the city at night is almost as alive, maybe even more now that you can see the lights and the lanterns and the life of the people of the city. In this city of miles high towers, life and business and entertainment never really stops. But finally you arrive at the district, which seems to be designed to almost withstand like a full siege. Every bridge leading to it has a guard post and a heavy portcullis that can be lowered at a moment's notice. The walls are unusually thick stone and arrow slits, and murder holes can be seen in every wall. A massive tower of black stone dominates the center of this district, the garrison of the Sharn Watch, and the city's first line of defense against an outside attack. It's a dark, foreboding district, and as you at Sky Couch land, you see that traffic actually passes through this district to go up to the higher wards, that without the use of magic or flight, people in Tavik's landings, the peasants, the normal day-to-day jobs and stuff like that, they will have to go through this place to get up in other districts of the city. So you can see fortified spires and guard posts are everywhere. And people here, as you see you arriving with a task force of the Sharn Watch, they recognize who you are per the communication that happened with House Civis, and they lead you to that central black stone tower, where you go up and up to the place of the commander, Iana. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about, or anything that you'd like to, a moment that you'd like to have as you go to the upper floors of this black tower?
I think as we're heading up, Leovar would be kind of quietly to the group. Personally, I think transparency is the better course of action here. I don't believe we've anything to be evasive about.
Yes, I'd prefer my visit here to be just that, a visit. Nothing interrogative.
As would I. I'm certainly not a fan of being confined. And I kind of give a pat on your hand, pats on your shoulder, Daxoketh, and just for safety's sake, at second level I cast Enhance Ability, and both of us get Eagle's Splendor. So you get advantage on, as well as me, on charisma checks for the next hour again.
Awesome. Yeah. I think we're gonna need it.
Just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Carver was counting the money. How much money was there?
800 gold pieces in the pouches.
He kind of turns to Daxoketh and says, I think we deserve a little of this, but some of it can go to the deceased ones' families as well. You and Leovar can sort it out. And he just dumps the money on you.
Oh, thank you, Carver. That's very kind of you.
Okay.
Who wants a potion? He just gives all 3 to Jonis.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait, was it 2 or was it 3?
3.
3, yeah.
Cool. So you keep moving, accompanied by this squad of the watch, moving past smithies and weapon shops and armor shops that cater to the watch itself. And as you get closer to that central tower, you also see 3 large portions of towers that surround it, that carry symbols of a unicorn, a cockatrice, and a griffin, which are the respective heraldic signs of House Urin, the house that is responsible for transportation and courier business in Khorvaire. House Civis, who is responsible for communication, long distance communication, using their mark of scribing to collect information and send it and stuff like that. And finally, House Jurasco, which is the house of healing, both medicine and magical healing. But the guards lead you to that central tower, and you keep going up and up until you reach the upper floor, the office of the commander. And her office is quite simple, but it has a large window behind her desk that overlooks the entirety of Tavik's Landing, now lit by ever-bright lanterns. And the view is fantastic from here, away from the filth, away from the real hardships of the people living here, up in this tower. There is also a flag of Breland in the room, as well as a large portrait on one side of Commander Iana, this female human in her late 20s or so, with black hair that is halo braided, and she's wearing a suit of armor and a red cape, and the same on the portrait, same as the portrait. And next to her is her father, the Lord Commander of Sharn's watch, like the overseer of the entirety of the guards here, Commander Ian Ertalan, an older man in his mid-60s with gray hair and a very large mustache, and he is sitting on a chair while Iana is like standing next to him in the portrait, both wearing the armor of the watch. But the guards leave you with Ayana alone in the room, and she gestures to you to sit down on like two large couches that are for visitors to sit down. She goes, I'm very thankful for your efforts today. The evidence that you have brought is definitely something that we are looking forward to investigating. I'm sure that you think very poorly of the watch right now because of what happened this morning, but the guardians of the gate, they have final say on investigations and legal procedures when it comes to refugees, and due to the tragic circumstances of Siren's people, it wasn't possible for me as the commander of the watch here in Tavix Landing to really extend the help that was needed in this. But if you can give me the evidence that you have collected and the people you think are responsible that we have apprehended, I will reward you for your efforts for sure.
Leovar had a pair of gauntlets and some of the cubes. He looks to Max, who had been transcribing the juicy evidence. Right. Well, here are some of the gauntlets, and kind of sees if Max will prompt you.
I'll give up. I will give up the rest of the blue memory crystals. I will keep the spellbook spell shard and one pair of the gauntlets.
Okay.
Here are what we have. That spell shard, I think, has a lot of the information that you need. Or at least
This is all of it.
These are the gauntlets that were used to kill people in cold blood. That's a spell shard that has their mission statements, as they would likely call them, and these little cubes were intended to store data from these gauntlets after killing people, and your watch have arrested the two individuals we captured, one of whom was in charge of this little operation.
She looks at all of this, and she looks at the gauntlets. And she seems to do like a double take almost, and then she says, "Those were reported to be stolen some time ago from House Kenneth, the house patriarch here in Sharn, Merrix. The Kenneth has filed for them that they were stolen from one of their enclaves in the city. We are still looking around for the culprit, even though we suspect they are Boromar clan members."
Carver is going to lean forward and just say, "Can we continue? This isn't the end of it."
She takes like a step back into her chair and she goes, "I mean, this is a dangerous investigation for sure. I think you have done all you could do for today. You have brought those people to justice, and we will use this evidence definitely to
They are not the mastermind. They are not the planners. The real culprits are still out there. These guys are paxies. They're idiots. They couldn't have done any of this without explicit direction. There's more to this.
And we know they had a benefactor who provided them with their targets and instruction and the gauntlets. Not to
It's all in
say
the
what-
memory shard. If you'll take a look.
As I said, these were stolen, and I suspect that who stole them were Boromars, because a while ago they were used in attacks of similar nature in Kyber's Gate against people who lived there. Some monstrous humanoids. Some were operatives of a criminal organization known as Dask, who is employing those unfortunate people who live deeper in the city. And there is a strong rivalry between the two criminal organizations. So maybe the Boromars were funding this gang. They have their hand over lots of smaller gangs around the city, and sadly, the Watch is plagued by corrupt members who are under the thumb of those criminal organizations. And I've been trying to slowly root out this corruption, at least in my ward. And the people here, they are helpful, and they try to defend the weak and fight crime as much as we can. But it seems like it's not enough seeing what happened in High Walls, and definitely I would like to use the help of people who put the needs of the citizens truly above themselves.
Carver lets out a sigh and leans back. He thought he'd have to fight for this. But seeing her being reasonable, he just kind of calms down and sits back.
She reaches out into like a drawer in her desk, and she brings out like this dossier. She goes, "This is a bunch of tasks, a bunch of places of the Boromars and the Dask that are of great importance to the Watch to handle. Of course, we cannot really risk a full-out war with these gangs because lives will be lost, innocent lives of people. But if a focused group of adventurers who are keen on doing this would be able to take on these places, that would definitely be of help to the Watch."
When you say take on, do you mean engage in combat and deal with?
You will be authorized by me to deal with those people. Of course, your involvement in this is a little bit under wraps, but it will be a great help to root out corruption and crime in Tavek's land.
Leo looks at the group.
Carver looks at Max.
We already have someone we work for, but we can check.
I've lived here 4 years, and more people need to take action to try to better the lives of people who don't have a voice. So I'm happy to be one of these people that do their part, however small.
Well, you can think about it. I'm not really appointing you anything. You have done a lot today anyway. And she also goes and she grabs like a pouch and she puts it on the table. This is a small benefactory amount of coin for your help today. More of that, and even the gratitude of the commander, as well as mundane and magical items that you could need in this, will be provided to you if you accept, but take your time and think about it. I know this is a big decision for sure.
I mean, I don't want to travel up here again. It took forever.
Well, this is Tavik's Landing, so we're 20 minutes from Hope's Wings. Actually,
Are we? This city is so
Yeah.
confusing.
we're not too far.
He's new to the city. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I thank you again. I thank you again for this. And she presents the pouch and basically telling you that you'll have to make your decision, and when you do, come talk to her.
Well, we need food and to talk with each other, but we'll. Plus, if it's interested, we'll come back in a day or two. I think we need to get rest too, though.
Food. Yes, Carver just gets up.
Thank you for your time, Commander Ayana. I'll see you soon.
Okay. So the pouch has 600 gold pieces.
Wow.
Oh no, how do you divide 600 by 6? I'm so confused.
Good at math. Now, if it was 6,000 easy to divide, it's a very different number. I guess we make our way back to Hope's Wings to get drinks and discuss and reconvene about what's happened.
Sure.
Yeah, I think at the mention of food, Jonis's stomach queases a little bit, and he still feeling a little disheveled. Just says that I'm gonna go freshen up real quick, so that I can actually put down some food.
Are you
And
gonna
a
go throw
cold
up?
beer. You need one.
Yeah, you're right. And he'll go up to whatever room he's acquired.
Okay.
Just for a minute.
Okay. So you have the night to yourselves. It's pretty late. I'd say it's like about 10 p.m. now. But that is not late for Sharn, but it's late for human people. So you have the night for yourselves. We'll go around the table, say if you want to do anything on your own or as a group. Starting with Jonis, since he already said that he wants to do something. So you want to go to your room?
Yeah, and maybe maybe heave a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, you go to your turn to Hope's Wings, this cozy tavern in high walls. As usual, Agrin and Eberron are there, serving food and drinks to the people. So you go up to your room and you open the door. It's very simple. But there is a package on your bed, Jonis.
Does it have like a note? Is it from one of the guys?
You can open it. It's like a simple package, basically.
Oh, okay. I guess I kind of was hoping it was like from Sentinel or Leo, and not totally sure. I guess he'll open it.
Okay, so you open it and you see there is a green box in it, as well as like a stone with like a symbol on it, like a magical rune.
Okay, can I pick up the stone and wish I had identified and try to examine it?
Okay, so you do so, and a voice, a familiar one, pops out of the stone, and the voice says, "A complication occurred. We have to accelerate the timeline. The tools necessary are attached I want it done tonight.
He will look behind him and sort of in a little bit of a scurry, like lock the door and take the stone and consider smashing it on the ground, but before he can make the decision, he'll just say, "Yes, sir."
Okay. So
Put it
we leave Jonis in the room. Who else wants to do something?
This isn't like me being meta at all. I had planned to snails, but when Jonas left, he was going to go up in like 5 minutes to just knock on his door to see how he was doing. But that was like after 5 minutes, after he'd been gone for 5 minutes or so.
Okay. Sure.
He'd go up, he'd have freshened up a bit himself, and then he'd have knocked on your room door, Jonas. Jonas, are you I understand if you need your space, but I just wanted to check in privately if...
1 second.
Sure, yeah.
He'll toss whatever's in front of him under his bed and sort of he'll take off his shirt, unlock the door, and start putting his shirt back on as he opens the door. Sorry.
No, you're okay. If you wanted I understand if you need some space. Today was a lot, and
Needed to cool off.
No,
That kind of
you're
fiery
okay.
up there.
No, you're good. I just wanted to offer, if you want to talk to someone, I know it's a lot, and you're on the younger side, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I know a lot has happened, and this mention of House Kenneth, I know there's probably a lot in your mind, and if you just wanted to talk to someone, I'm here anytime. My door's open. Just letting you know.
Thanks. It's all so weird being here, and I didn't think that it could get much worse. Something happened to me when we were in there. I'd never been so close to to death. And it scared me. I want to be strong through this next chapter. I just don't know if I have the strength to do what I have to do.
Theo will kind of take a breath for a moment. Just kind of, he looks at you kind of earnestly. I think strength comes in a lot of shapes and sizes, Jonis, and most people only look at it in a very specific way. I think you were plenty strong today. It doesn't matter that you have a weak stomach. You have shown quite a capability with magic, and despite any fear or reservations you have, you chose to do something very dangerous to all of us today, to try to stop some very bad people from hurting more innocent folks. So I think you're plenty strong, and don't undersell yourself.
Thanks. You're right. Here, and he'll give you the potions that Carver gave him, and just say, like, you seem to be pretty good with healing. Maybe you could distribute these as you feel necessary.
He'll immediately hand 2 of them back to you. Yeah, I think this is necessary. I think you'll use these well. I'll give this one to maybe Max. Yeah,
he looks squishy.
I think he's wildly in his own way. Do you want to get a drink?
Okay, I'll be. Yeah. Let me just tuck myself in, and I'll be right down. Yeah.
Sure. No, take your time. Take your time, Jonis. And he'll give you a smile.
Thanks.
And he'll head downstairs.
Is there a sort of salute that you would do as a pilot that I might have seen you do, or seen any pilot do from your part of?
I'm gonna say yeah. And it's I'll make up something cool on the fly, but yeah, a reverse hand thing like this on the forehead. Just that.
Okay, he'll just go. Yeah, I'll be right down. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
I'll
Okay.
head back down to get ciders.
Okay. Yeah. What is everybody else doing?
Well, Max and Carver are definitely gonna grab a drink first of all. But after that, I would ask Carver. So should we go get yelled at tonight or in the morning? I'm pretty sure they're gonna want a report.
They can wait. They leave us waiting often enough.
Sure. Alright. In that case, nothing.
Unless you really wanted to do it, I just.
No, I was just next time.
Okay. Yeah. Sentinel takes his pack off, and he reaches in to the bottom. And he starts taking out some pieces and a board, like kind of halfway out his pack, and he looks over at Daxoketh and he goes,
Is it
Just give
time
you, like,
to? Is it time to show you who's the best again?
yeah, all right. And so I take out boards and pieces and stuff of the game Conqueror, which is a game. It's a kind of war game in the lore of Eberron, a bit like a Risk, or if you've played the Civilization games or anything like that. A pastime of Sentinel and Daxoketh. Won't go into details for now.
Nerds.
No, this is a game of war and tactics. Okay, this is not. For
Yeah,
nerds.
this is not.
That's like
nerdy.
saying chess is for nerds. Okay, like just tell me you're not
mhm.
good at chess.
I'm not.
Get
Yeah,
in the comments.
Set out the pieces on the table and yeah, and we're gonna play. We will play again. We'll go over the details some other time, but
Yeah.
in the background we will play some games of Conqueror. And
It's a mental sparring match between
Yeah.
these two as
every now
well.
and then you hear like Sentinel call out like either in like happy like in pride or in rage as like he's losing and
Yeah.
he's winning, and he does like a mock like pep talk to his troops, like he's a commander talking to his army. They're little like pieces on a board. He like stands up like one leg on the table and like hand on his chest, and he gives a rallying
Yeah.
speech to the pieces that he has
And
just
you keep-
before he declares his attack.
Daxoketh keeps having to remind Sentinel about specific rules.
Yeah,
I've
Multiple
constructed
times
a
Sentinel just
wall.
tries to do things that like he's just not allowed, and he comes up with his own kind of crazy way of explaining it, but that's not how the game works.
At one point, Carver just turns to Max and goes, "Can Warforged get drunk?"
I mean, if you give them stale oil or something, I don't know.
Still. Wow.
Maybe like oil that's been used to fry already or something. You know.
Okay, if you give a Warforged cooking oil, that'll
Yeah.
get it drunk.
Yeah.
Leovar, when he had gone up to his room before I went to Jonas, he separated that 600 gold reward. So when he comes down from talking to Jonas, he gives 100 gold. He just a pouch to everyone. That's 100 gold, 100 gold, 100 for you and you. And he'll sit down. 800 we found. Would you, if each of you took 100 from it, and then 100 to each of the families, the victims, would that be okay with all of you?
I think that's fair.
No, seems fair.
Sure.
Wait, does that mean it's not including yourself?
Oh, I'm fine. I just got 100. I mean, I don't need any more than that. That's a load of money. That's plenty.
I
You
gave
can always use more money.
I gave my 100 to Leo.
No, please.
I like shove it towards you. I go, Leo, I don't drink, I don't eat, I don't even really need anywhere to stay. I just like the luxury. Take the money. And he like shoves it into your chest.
No, I feel bad. I feel guilty if
You're not doing this nice guy thing. Just accept the gift.
Can we half your gold into 2 bags of 50?
I take out 25 and I give you 75. You get a look of like, take it.
Okay, thank you, Sentinel. I appreciate it. I'll cover you in another way.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have to heal me at some point. I'm sure, so you'll pay me back.
I'll have you covered. Don't worry. If I'll bring these to the money to families tomorrow. If you're all okay with that, and if any of you want to come with, I mean, a lot of faces might be overwhelming, but I'll probably do it in the morning. But round of drinks, though. I think whiskey. Everyone around a whiskey. You know. Carver, I think I owe you two. I think I owe you two, Carver. So, I'll get a round of whiskey plus one for Carver.
Okay.
Wait, who's drinking Sentinels?
Max, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so as you are sitting down, getting drinks and food and spending your night, a familiar figure enters the tavern, Elandra Silverquill, the ever persistent reporter, the Sharn Inquisitive, who enters the room, sees you all in one corner of it, and she goes to you and she goes, "Big time heroes, huh?"
You are fast.
I have my connections.
At least I did promise you a story, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. Just throws down his whiskey. Yeah, okay, sure. I think we're okay to discuss now, right? Everyone, do you mind if I share? I can do it elsewhere with her if you'd all like to have your drinks in private.
Oh, please. Yes.
Sure.
But I want a word from each of you. You are...
Right.
You're the people who solved the murder. I need, a perspective of each of you. So the article is varied and interesting as we go through it.
Ma, you are thorough, aren't you?
I get paid to do that, so yes.
But for my contribution, if Sirens are getting hurt now in the area, there are people who will do something about it.
Okay.
And then he just salutes her and goes off to the bar.
A real sweet talker, that Carver, huh? Okay.
He's actually quite good at words when he wants to use them, actually. I've seen him use them pretty effectively.
You just hear Carver shout, "It's a choice!"
I respect it. I do.
She's writing down. She goes, okay, fine. But you met some people. You fought some veterans of Breland. That is quite something, isn't it? What do you think the people of Breland here in Highwalls would think of that, fighting their veterans in an escapade of avenging that is done here?
I think that depends on the perspective that is being shared to people when they find out about it. The way I see it, we are a group of people who volunteered to get evidence of crimes committed against people that are not protected by the law. And in doing so, we were at the receiving end of some bigoted hostilities which threatened to end our lives, and we defended ourselves against said bigots. We got our evidence and proved that unjust acts were committed against innocent people.
I see. Well, that is...
Too boring
It's
for you?
factual. Yeah, kinda. We need to sell this story. We don't need to make a report of it and, post it in...
I look at
Garston.
Daxoketh.
There we go.
You said you needed some spin.
I needed something to sell this story with. When I go up to my editor and give it to him, he will be like, "This is the most boring thing I've ever read. Give us something more spicy."
Well, then speak of how we fought against great odds, how we were almost burned to death by a fire on a plain of ice. Embellish.
What is that? A fire on a plane of ice?
Well, there was fire and there was ice.
I see. Well, she sits down now at me. She senses that.
Scene, a roaring fire and a slippery field where anyone's peril could be at the cost of their own footing. I'm not a writer. You are.
I'm more interested in something here. The tension of this story really comes up from you people, who you are, and what really made you do this. Especially that looking at Sentinel, some of you are actually people who fought for Breland in the war. So I'm quite interested in that. Why would you abandon your brothers in arms and fight them against, what you are taught?
I'm like halfway through making a move in the Conqueror game, and I put the piece down. I look over and I go, "See, this is why I wanted you to go away. You do this thing where, you're out like you're just doing your job, and then you stir the pot. I was made, I was sold, and I did what I was told. Now, I'm making my own choices. It's as simple as that."
Let's say.
I don't like injustice, people getting hurt, and I especially don't like when a bunch of self-righteous dickheads from the guard act like they're doing such a good job and then ignore the murders of innocent people. So, yeah, I took it upon myself
very
to
strong
help.
sentiment and very strong language here. I'd have to read that a little bit.
His name was Richard.
Yeah, I'm aware of the people that were caught.
At least he had
their
the
name.
sense of he had the brain to give up.
I don't want to say this directly, but I have to because I'm conducting this interview, but you know that you guys are on the back foot here, right? You are in Breland and you fought veterans of the nation, albeit that they are scumbags that were murdering people, but some people here share their ideals, if not their methods, and people sympathetic to Sire going around and wreaking violence and, avenging their murdered. That is not a good look. Definitely not a good look for the watch. But most importantly, it could put a target on your back by some angry people, some powerful people.
Max just scoffs and doesn't elaborate, but powerful people, yeah.
So to throw a bit of a dialogue then back at you, Alandra, let's pose a question to you then before we try to answer this implication that you're throwing at us. So what would people do then alternatively when people with these ideologies, as you put them, are committing these heinous crimes against others who are not protected by the law? What are people supposed to do? Just let it happen? Just go up and say, hey, excuse me, could you not kill these people and hope it's all fine and dandy?
Well, that is not a question for me to answer. I'm sorry, Leovar. This is up to you, really. I'm not in a position to talk about your people. I'm only in a position to write about them, about their blight, and about your contribution in helping or maybe damaging their image a little bit. I'm here to listen to you talk and hear your perspective and hear your reasons and why you are doing what you're doing and why you are believing in what you are believing. What made you fight that fight? What made you kill those people? And what made you rush out from your homes to some tower in the other side of the city to find who's responsible? This is really the story that people want to hear.
I'll answer for myself. It's up to everyone else if they want to elaborate for their own perspectives. Yeah, Hope Swings is my home, sure, at the moment. I've had a lot of homes, and I've had a lot of time where I haven't really had a home either. And I did it because, to be frank, I'm sick all the time of all this unfairness and injustice against these poor people who haven't done anything other than be victims of the greatest catastrophe this land has ever known, the Mourning, and we don't even know what caused it. And it's the thing that ended war. This great disaster that ended so many lives, ruined families, is what ended war. Yet here we are, people who are so attached to this notion of war still needing to go on, that we still need to keep fighting people, even defenseless people on the streets here. And we're just supposed to say nothing, just to do nothing and let people that want to keep ending these innocent lives, these civilians' lives, and just let them because they think that their war should keep going on for no other reason than abstract notions of territory and home. Home is a very flexible thing, and I don't think it's really rooted in location. I think it's rooted in family and the people you love, and if they're around you or not. Take the drink.
You see, well, I don't know if anyone sees that, but on your speech, Max is gonna have a few tears trickle down his face as you talk about what home and family is.
So there's my heartfelt contribution. I apologise for the intensity. I've had 2 whiskies and I'm a little emotional after a very stressful day of too much violence for my taste.
She is writing what you are saying, then she looks at Daxoketh and she goes, what about the political implications of what happened here today, what you did. Is it beneficial to you? Is it suitable for someone of your station to partake in such acts as a politician?
Is it beneficial to find someone who's been murdering, who's been mishandling the people of this city, who's been mishandling the sirens? Who else is going to take care of this? I think it's more than appropriate. I think my actions speak for my dedication to the people. I think we need to have someone taking care of these people. If I'm going to be that person, then so be it. I'll be an example to others. Maybe they'll step up. Does that make your headline?
It does. At least I have a perspective now that I can use. And then she looks at Max, and she goes, "And you said, as I quote here, that the people of the prince will find who's responsible tonight, which means you are at least affiliated with the Prince of Sire, Prince Orgiv Erwinar. So is it true? Is it your group here is financed by the prince, or at least someone who is affiliated by him? Are you planning on going to New Sire?"
Max will quickly wipe off his tear, not looking towards her. He will just say, "You have the quote already?"
Damn it, Max, give me something. Okay. Well, I think it's enough. And she looks at you, Jonas, as she has asked everybody here questions. She looks at you and she goes, "And what are you doing here exactly? You're not Siren, as much as I know. Jonas of Fairhaven. You are not affiliated with the prince. You're not a veteran of the war. What is your stake in this?"
A medium rare.
Okay. That is great, Jonas.
He'll take the shot glass and
Okay.
That is pretty fucking great.
Okay. That is the headline for sure. Well, I appreciate your help in this, and she looked at Leovar, but I still need a little bit more from you, just, exhaustive retelling of what happened, so I can actually put some facts in this, as much as the fluff.
You do want the facts, right? Well,
Yeah, to use
he will
them,
list
of
the
course.
facts. He will list the facts in a clear and concise manner as he can.
Okay. So, this will be like a long hour interview with you, Leovar.
God.
She will ask you about everything and anything, even things that you think are doesn't matter, but
I
she
imagine
will
everyone breaks away over the course of this. Once she's honed in on Leovar, everyone just shifts away, and over the next hour, you all just see Leovar just gradually just sinking into the table.
Carver will send you over the occasional whiskey and then send her water.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, while Leovar is occupied with this, what is the rest of the group doing, if anything, in this night?
Jonas, What did you do? When I came downstairs, there were burned corpses. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you just threw up in bathrooms.
I wouldn't call it heroic. It was actually self-defense. There's no lie to that. It all just started. People were falling down fiery chutes and coming downstairs, and I guess I did think to myself, what would Carver do? And because he's already upstairs, clang-clanging, kicking butt. So I just let it go.
So
And
you're like... No, go on.
he'll just sort of like he's just been sort of quietly just like reading a little book to himself, and after he's finished saying what he said, he'll just flip a page and sort of nervously just keep reading.
Carver will just slap you on the back and say, he's like you, Max. He's got the power, the magic.
Well,
Ow.
a bit different, but you did good today, Jonis. I'm impressed.
Thanks. Maybe you could teach me something sometime. You seem pretty capable yourself.
It's been 26 years since I taught anyone, but maybe sometime, maybe.
That's like a blink for you, though, so...
Well, it's a tenth of my lifespan, so it's still something.
Damn, I keep forgetting how old you are.
Hey, you're all kids. What do you mean?
Actually, on that, Jonas, are you actually a kid? How old are you?
He's 21. He's legal. It's just he's like one of those. There was a guy on Jeopardy a few weeks back who was 20 years old but looked like he was 12, and so that's probably about the vibe. Like he's
We're not sending children to war. That's
Give her a
fine.
baby face.
Yeah.
Should have shaved for that.
Hey, I mean, at least the alcohol worked. You didn't throw up. I just realized.
No, this
What
is
do you-
great. You just got to use it sparingly. I feel like this is something that could cause issues.
Nah, look at me and Carver. We're great and we drink it all the time.
Yeah.
We do not support alcoholism.
Yeah, it's not a good coping mechanism. Don't do it.
For legal reasons, be responsible with alcohol, people.
Drink responsibly, everyone. This is
And
all the beer
Definitely
on
not
stream
by
is
Snapdragons.
non-alcoholic. All the
Non-alcoholic. Non-alcoholic.
Daxoketh gets mad while they're playing Conqueror, and he smacks a piece off the board, and then he goes and orders more drinks.
Sentinel, Sentinel like rears back with a big belly laugh at your reaction, because I assume he's just made some kind of like play against you in the game, and then he goes and picks up the piece and puts it away while you're getting those drinks.
Okay, so it's a chill night after a very, very tense, violent day. But slowly, people in the tavern come up to you. People who are from Sire. And they thank you. Like, bat on your shoulders and just tell you how much it means to them to have someone who does this sort of thing for the people, especially knowing that the prince is behind this sort of.
You notice that Carver does not really know how to handle thanks, so he just glares at anyone who comes near him. But it's out of sheer anxiety as opposed to being actually angry, but they can't tell that.
Yeah.
Max comes closer as he remembers that about Carver, and he's gonna help with explaining to people that it's he accepts your thanks.
It's his
Yes.
face.
That's his face.
Okay. But yeah, this is a night that is definitely coming to a close. Is there anything that you would like to do before sleeping for the night? Starting with uh, Carver.
No, just as the night's gone on, he's slowly, bit by bit, attached all of the greenery back to himself. You know, and just wrapping it around the hilt of his sword and on his belt and just the places that he has it. Otherwise, he's just drinking and chatting with Max mostly. Every now and again, he'll again say that Jonis was great and slap him on the back. And then at one point, he'll lean over and go, "What are you reading?"
He you know, like does a quick flip through. It's just like it's a piece of home.
I don't know what that means, but I have a bunch of crime books if you want to read them.
Yeah, yes. If you don't hit me anymore, I'll try to read your books. Yeah, I just need to be conscious. You know what I mean?
Carver raises the hand and goes, "Wait." He'll do it accidentally a few times, but he'll remind himself afterwards and go like, "Oh, sorry."
Small, so small. You're big.
Okay. How about Max?
Once Elara leaves, Max will come over to Leovar, tap him on the shoulder gratefully, and be like, "Thanks for dealing with her for all of us."
It's no problem. She's really not that bad. It's just been a long day, and it's no problem.
Not that bad, huh? You two are so gonna sleep together, and he's just gonna walk away after that
No.
remark.
Absolutely not.
You are the
He just
god.
takes whatever drink he has left. He's horrified, and he just downs it, and he's just no.
Horror. Okay. What about Leovar?
Leovar, once the night's kind of wound down and people are starting to retire and stuff, and the war game, the very tactical and strategic war game has finished. If he can catch Daxoketh astray, he'll go to Sentinel. When Sentinel's kind of at the table alone, and he'll sit and he'll be like, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Sentinel's sort of taken aback at the
That was sudden. I'm
abruptness of
sorry.
the question.
I have a bit of alcohol in
no,
the system. The leading on,
No.
the lead up, I missed it.
It's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm good.
yeah, I know the White and Gold Tavern today was a lot, and you seemed quite angry, very understandably so. And
Yeah, but you know, I dealt with it. I mean, I vented some frustration today, so.
right, no, and I'm a firm believer in expressing yourself. It's very healthy. And you know, maybe this is a bit presumptuous of me. The kind of feelings caught up in all of that are kind of complicated, and well, I'd thought about trying to write a song once, but it's really not for me to write. But I was wondering, have you tried writing lyrics or poetry, Sentinel? I find it's a great way to get your thoughts and feelings out, to articulate them, put them out on paper, and they give you a bit of more of a holistic understanding for things that you might want to avoid thinking about otherwise. I know this might sound silly. I write songs for fun sometimes.
Sentinel pauses, like he wants to share something, but then he doesn't, and he kind of there's an awkward feeling.
No, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable at all, Sentinel.
No, you know what?
It's okay.
It's silly. It's silly, really.
Call it silly, whatever it is.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah,
We're friends.
of course.
He reaches into like a front pocket of his pack that he unlatches, and he takes out he has a notebook, which he writes in from time to time. He details things that he gets up to, and he flips through, and he arrives on a page, and he goes, I started something. Man, this feels silly. And he shows you the very beginnings. There's like 3 lines of a poem. And it just wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't really coming together. So
He looks at the 3 lines. I can give you a
In
look.
the eyes of a primordial power.
Look, he looks at the 3 lines, and then he smiles a little softly. And he looks at you and he goes, "Sentinel, this isn't silly at all. 3 lines or not, I can sense the emotion here."
You don't have to. It's okay.
No, I'll be
No, I'm
totally
more meant
honest.
like when I said it was silly. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly a poet.
I'm going to snip that thought in the bud. Everyone's a poet if they want to be. The most meaningful pieces of art, of literature, of lyrics or poems are those that come from the experiences of people that have had great emotional turmoil or experiences. Just because you don't have refined words or appropriate sentence and verse structure, screw all that technical bullshit. You've got heart, Sentinel, and that's all you need.
He clinks on his chest with a fist, and he goes, "I don't actually."
Metaphorical heart, Sentinel.
It's
You're a good person.
Warforged joke.
It's not a bad one. It's good, but
sorry. What are we doing?
Oh, what are we doing? Oh, I came over because I had meant to ask if maybe all of us should go to Cog's Carnival together sometime, and I was going to ask if you wanted to help me write a song, for that particular audience of Cog's Carnival.
Sentinel perks up a bit at the mention of Cog's Carnival. And he looks at you and he goes, "You think they'd want to go?"
Sure, why not? It's a great place. I love it. I mean, different atmosphere, but you know.
It is. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm not sure it's for everyone.
I suspect some people might be rather nervous and anxious there, but I think it'd be a good experience for people.
Okay. I don't know about a song. We could try. I'm not very musical.
It's alright. I just thought it might be nice, given all the chaos that's going on in the city, and for someone to share their experiences with others who likely have experienced some similar things in their lives. I'm sure there are some commonalities in the experience of Warforged. and it might be nice to show some solidarity with people in a more expressive manner. That's just me, though. I'm a bit of a sentimental person, so I don't mean to apply any pressure.
Sure. Sure. If you think that would be good, then we can try.
If you'd like to, we can see how it goes. I am ready to pass out. I'm just swinging by this way before I went to bed, by the way. But tomorrow, though, I don't think I'd be much help tonight. I'm Miss Silverquill, really, just, you know.
Yeah.
But it could be fun. And if you get bored or think it's really stupid, we don't have to do it. But I thought maybe it might be good for you to get a load off your chest in a different way.
Okay.
He'll stand up, he'll give you a smile and he'll pat you on the shoulder. Good night, Sentinel. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, while Leovar and Sentinel were busy talking, how about Daxoketh? What is he gonna do for the night?
After Daxoketh and Sentinel finish their game, Daxoketh is going to play a game of his own. He's going to go to one of the neighboring districts that are a little more affluent, and he's going to pick some pockets stealthily.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure. Yeah, 22.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fifteen
great.
plus 7.
Okay. So you take the time and the effort required to do so. Traveling to one of you're going to the central district, or are you going to one of the upper districts in Tavik's Landing? Where are you going in the city?
I think one of the upper districts in Tavik's Landing. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
How much do I
Anything?
get?
I would say about 43 gold pieces.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. That's what
People-
I'm talking about.
People are
Awesome.
spending.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he'll go. I think he'll disappear for a while. Maybe come back to the tavern later, maybe not. Maybe live it up. Enjoy some nightlife. He'll wander for a bit on his way back to High Walls, since it takes forever to get anywhere in Sharn.
Okay. So coming back from Silvergate, this district of shopping and expensive jewelry and clothing, after picking some pockets, you return to High Walls to retire for the night. Which brings us to Jonis. What would you like to do?
Well, I think, while, after Leovar takes his leave and says goodnight, I'll send him off with a genuine.
Gives you
Right.
does that too as well.
And overhearing a bit of that conversation he had with Sentinel, he'll close his book and point at Sentinel and say, through a message cantrip, that's pretty good, what you've got in your journal.
Sentinel hears the voice, and he kind of quickly sits up and he looks around, and then he looks over and he sees Jonis. And I'll stand up I'll go over to him and I'll sit next to Jonis. And I'll go. You weren't meant to hear that. But thanks.
Um, I wanted to thank you for the chat on the airship. And there's actually something I want to share with you in my book, or from my book. Would you mind letting me tell you something? It might be better if we were alone. I don't know. And he messages again. I don't know if Carver would approve, as he sort of double decks his books, and nods toward the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, Sentinel kind of scooches closer, and again, his face doesn't change, but you get like a vibe of yeah, you can, yeah, it's okay. You can tell me whatever. You can trust me, and so yeah, of course, yeah. And the conversation on the airship was all you, really. I appreciate you sharing that. Being vulnerable with me. I know us, and your family. We don't usually connect like this, but I'm glad that I at least met one of the good ones. So, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I've got something for you, and I'll take you up to my room. And once we're there, I'll gesture around like, hey, you want to have a seat?
Sure. Sentinel feels a bit awkward, and he just takes a seat in. I assume there's like a desk and a chair or something. He'll turn a chair around and sit on that.
There's something that I need to tell you, more than what we talked about. I came here to Sharn for a very specific reason. I came to find one man, and I can't believe that he was mentioned earlier today. My uncle, his name is Merrix. Merrix Daxoketh, and I don't believe that those gauntlets were stolen from him. He's not one who's easy to deceive. I think he gave them to the Brawlers, and I think I'll just say he's the one primarily responsible for staining my family name with his greed and his lust, using, well, and he sort of gestures to all of you and his creations to become one of the richest and most dangerous people in all of Khorvaire. And I wanted to tell you that I came to take him down, to support Jorlana Daxoketh, the rightful matriarch of my family, and to end this feud once and for all. He's upset, and he's obsessed with rising to power in this world, and I'm pretty certain that means more atrocities for both my people and for yours.
Sentinel leans forward on the chair. And he looks at you and he goes, "Now that is a notion that I can get behind. You want to take that bastard down? Then I'm with you. I am with you all the way.
Really?
Absolutely. That man has caused more hurt than anyone will know. You know. I know. And yeah, the whole thing with the gauntlet, it. Do you think he gave those away on purpose?
I think so, but I found something that I think could help us. And he gestures to the book that he had been flipping through. He says, it's a manual from my family's research and plans, and I found you in it. And he starts to flip through the book, and he says, "Yeah, there you are." And he turns the book around and like nervously shows you, like, I'm not sure if you want to see this, but there are elaborate diagrams of yourself, page to page, the pistons in your legs that fire, and like how they work mechanically to help you jump, and the way your like jaw hinges to allow you to speak, the coiling mechanisms that contract that help you swing a weapon, and your body parts are literally labeled and defined in such a way that to you it might look like someone sketched your insides and your outsides with such perfect detail.
It's like an autopsy.
Yeah, they know. It's like they know you better than you know yourself, and he hands it to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I reach and I take it, and kind of leaning forward on the chair. I like begin looking, and
Well, he says, I brought this tonight because, and he says, if you'll excuse me, and turns to a page in the booklet titled "Upgrades and Attachments." He says to you, it showed me that you can unlock even more possibilities for yourself with the right tools. And I'm gonna need all the help I can get, and I just so happen to have this mod. And he holds up his arm, and you see this like bracelet that's like really too big for him, but like sort of hanging like lower on his forearm, and on the page that he turns to is like an exact blueprint of the same bracelet on the page. He says, I never knew what it was supposed to be until I looked through the book, and I found immediately that this had to be yours. Yeah, and the bracelet's like dangling around. It's like a helmet that's too big for a kid. It's like just sort of on man,
okay. You see, he like, so as like Sentinel's been looking at these again, what are essentially like to a human what would be like an autopsy image of their own body, like, and his hands begin to shake a bit, and then he like snaps it shut between his hands, and he looks at you and he goes, what is it?
Well, if the booklet is correct, which, I mean, as you can see, it seems pretty accurate. It could make your defense systems stronger and more reactive, and it could even unlock an arcane capability. Though I don't know what level of strength but this modification, yeah, it seems like a powerful secret. And he, still showing you this with his other hand, just like reaches for yours and says, "May I?"
You see, he hands you back the book, and he sort of scoots forward on the chair closer to you, and he goes, I've always wanted to do magic, so, yeah. And he sort of that kind of anxiety feeling of looking at those images is gone, and now there's a bit of like anticipation. And he like holds his arm, or I guess he'd flip through the page again on the book maybe to see like how it would be installed or whatever, and then I imagine it's probably something that slots in, and he like reaches his hand out and like steam shoots off, and like part of like the exoskeleton of my like wrist and hand and arm kind of opens as the steam releases, for it to like slot in or whatever it does.
Yeah. Well, so then Jonis will, take the cuff, and the bracelet comes easily off his wrist, and he opens it, and it passes, perfectly over your, steeled knuckles, and he stops there as he adjusts your wrist, and you start to feel your hands trembling in his, and both of you looking down at your wrist, you see a single droplet of moisture land squarely in your palm, and he almost whispers, "Sentinel." And if you were to look up at him,
yeah, I'd look down at the drop, and then back up at you. And he like goes to say something, and then you say Sentinel, and he stops.
You see his bruised face just like staring at the tear in your hand, as if like there's a glass wall, he's just empty, and there's a sort of a distance between the young man standing in front of you and where his mind is taking him. He's just somewhere else, but his eyes are delicately transfixed with the apologetic look that he's had on his face since you met him. He clasps the bracelet around your steel wrist, and it clicks just perfectly as the arm comes down into it and locks it into place. And it's clear that this gift was literally designed just for you.
As it does, Suddenly he goes, I appreciate you helping me, and it's I think having a common enemy will help this bond. We're gonna stick it to that guy.
His eyes raise to yours, and he just says, "Again, I am so sorry." And it becomes evidently clear all at once that something is very, very wrong.
Give me a concept, Sentinel.
$11.
Okay. The bracelet is tight on your hand, and you feel this jolt of energy, like it's making you faster. It's making you more powerful. Something is surging within you, and it's keeping on giving and giving, and you feel like, what a great gift. With this, I can do anything. And then you feel your vision goes blurry, too fast, too quickly, almost even blinking in and out, and you see this figure like stepping out of the wall behind Jonis, this blue Warforged, with a face that has no features on it at all, stepping into the room as you black in and out, and your vision cuts to flashes, you being moved into like deeper into the city by this Warforged and Jonis, whose features are blurry, only the hints of tears. Another glimpse is you being put on a cold table. All sorts of wires and tools are attached to you and used to unlock and detach parts of your body. Then you feel your vision being like hoisted up as your head is being detached from your main frame and just like raised on this point in the air with wires. Looking around, you see there is a bunch of other Warforged, some of them more traditional in their forms, others have unique designs and faces that will look humanoid, others that don't have any features. And Jonis is there. And then an older man is also in the room, wearing a black cloak, red hair with a bit of a gray on the sides, very calm expression, and gentle green eyes. He reaches out a hand to touch your face. You know this man, Sentinel. This is Merrix the Kenneth. And as he holds your head in his grasp, he goes, don't worry about it. Consider this an upgrade. House Kenneth after sales service is second to none across Khorvaire. And you see bits of black metal begin to form over the body of Merrix, over his hand, into like a gauntlet, buzzing with purple energy. He taps on your face, and then you feel your face plating is pulled off from your head. And Jonis, you see this, and you see Sentinel's inner workings, the face, the eyes, these glass beads that form the eyes, the mechanism that form his jaws and produces sound, and this blue cube in the center of his forehead. And Merrix just like puts his hands on that as he's buzzing, and he looks at you, Jonas, and he goes, these older models, Jonas, they had those things called purpose seeds, little bits of personalities and abilities we wanted the Warforged to master from the get-go. An accidental effect of those seeds is they carry memories, which is exactly what we need. And then he twists something, and Sentinel, you go off. You are not anymore. As he pulls this cube of Sentinel's head, the red eyes go dark, and he looks at you, Jonas, and he goes, don't worry about it. He will be as good as new when we are done here. But let me show you something. And we will take a break here.
The fuck?
What is going on?
The absolute fuck! Even my dog is like, she woke up because of that. The
The
And we are back. we are back to continue where we left off. I think you guys don't need really a refresher. You can just fast forward. But for our devastated cast here, things happened, and Merrix the Kenneth has taken Jonis to show him something. After pulling a memory cube from Sentinel's forehead that he takes with him. So, Jonis, Merrix take you to a room that is actually like an elevator, and he like activates it, and you see his mark, the mark of making on his like left wrist. It flashes a little bit with a bluish light. It activates this large elevator that begins to descend, and it takes both of you down through levels of this workshop. In one, you see mundane Kenneth items that are sold in the city above and in places across Khorvaire. It takes you another level down, and here you see almost like a massive hangar bay where a gigantic construct is being built. You see wings, you see massive claws, and you see a half-finished draconic head. And he goes, a project for a house. Don't worry about it. Truth be told, I don't know how I will be powering this thing with, but House Lyrander needs that to be functional. We'll think about it later. As the elevator keeps going down and down, and he goes,
Just commit these things to memory.
Sure. He goes, how are you, Jonis?
I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Is it too much to betray a friend?
He looks up at him sharply. He wasn't a friend.
Good. You have to be loyal to the house, first and foremost. I appreciate your help today, son. As he puts a hand on your shoulder, bats it a little bit. Our house is in great turmoil. It's a difficult time. People from the east and west are trying to vie for my righteous position. But of course, you have to understand that you have come to the right person, that you have chosen the right side in this conflict. As the elevator keeps descending, and finally actually reaches a dark hallway. And that's where I've brought you here. Here lies my most prized creation, Jonis. The distillation of all my expertise in artifice. Perhaps the greatest thing our house ever manufactured. As he takes steps into this dark hallway, these glass orbs begin to light up with low blue light that lights up the hallway as you are walking in it.
He probably won't speak unless prompted to speak. He is remaining a loyal soldier, but he'll just keep sort of scratching at his the side of his head.
Do you believe that the Warforged have souls, Jonis?
He thinks back. He thinks back. And he pulls the book from the manual from his inner coat and says, "There's no evidence of that."
Right. We did not design the Warforged to have thoughts and feelings. But do you know that some of them actually believe that there is a machine god that is yet to become? They think their souls and their bodies are part of it. That their feelings and their thoughts all stem from this singular entity. That when the perfect vessel is crafted, the becoming god will inhabit it, and it will lead the Warforged to replace the folk of flesh and bones. Do you think that is possible, Jonas? As you reach this empty, dark room, Merrix stands like in the middle of it. Only the light of the hallway beyond really illuminates anything in here. His armor now buzzing with this verbal energy. As he looks up to you, you think it possible?
I believe you could make something of that caliber.
See, he smiles slowly. Well, you will be right in that. And you see he gestures to the ceilings, and hundreds of small blue and purple runes flare all at once, revealing a golden metal dome that is this room. The floor beneath you is glass, and as the runes flare, fractal patterns and small particles of light form into a massive circular shape, almost like an eye. And he goes, "I have created that perfect vessel, smarter than 10,000 mathematicians combined, filled with knowledge synthesized from the archives of our family and other dragon-marked family, books and research papers collected from universities across Khorvaire, hundreds of thousands of articles written in Sharn Inquisitive and Korenberg Chronicles, and research papers, testimonies of the last war, but most importantly, as he takes out this blue cube that he extracted from Sentinel, and he goes, most importantly, Jonis, memories, the life of 100 Warforged, dozens of goblinoids and survivors of the Mourning, he says, as he inserts the memory cube into this machine wall, and it begins to dissolve into the ruins, cascading across the entirety of the ceiling. And now, it will know even more. The becoming god is my servant, Jonis.
I stand in awe, sir.
This will be a simplification. Are you familiar at all with the draconic prophecy, Jonas?
I know that houses like ours have been touched by their magic. I guess I don't know why.
Yes. They say that the dragon-marked houses are part of the tapestry of the prophecy. But it's not simply just words, though. Not in the sense that we will understand it with It's a much more complex thing to decipher it, because it exists in everything around us, in the movement of stars, in the phases of the 12 moons, in the actions of the people. Our dragon marks are even now considered signs of the prophecy. Yet it's not easy to notice those patterns, and only creatures with exceedingly long lifespans can study it. The dragons of Argonson, the elves of the Undying Court, those lucky few who can truly appreciate the great workings of the prophecy. Yet, even for them it's not easy, because you think a prophecy is just a thing that is said and then it becomes real, but in truth it's a matrix. A great amount of nestled if-then statement, each one a sequence so delicate that the smallest change can alter fate, creating a chain reaction that could burn this world down. Yet, this machine I've created is built to decipher this matrix, to crack it down and give me answers. Finally, mortals will be on an even field with undying mages and majestic dragons. Finally, I will win this war of succession.
You said that if I swore my allegiance to you, that you would help me have my own mark.
I will. I will use the Axiom engine, this great work of artifice, to track down the verses of the prophecy that leads to you unlocking your mark.
Respectfully, how long is that gonna take?
He looks at the machine and he goes, "Tell Jonis why he is here, Axiom." And the machine works. The runes turn a flaring red, ominous shifting and vibrations cascade across the room as the runes go wild, flashing in different colors, interchanging with each other. You cannot help but feel drawn into them as they blast almost like random bits of knowledge into your brain. Give me an intelligence save, Jonas.
Not very high. Oh, a 2 minus 1 for a 1.
So you take 29 points of psychic damage. As you feel yourself just unable to focus here for a moment, and then the machine speaks in this like very low, robotic, metallic voice, and he goes, "Jonis Canith, an unmarked heir of House Canith, brought to be a pawn in Merrix's plan. His loyalty lies with Shorlana de Canith of Fairhaven, one of several individuals who could be a danger to Master Merrix's succession.
What's hilarious is 29 points of psychic damage is exactly how much you needed to knock me unconscious.
So as the machine works and you hear this high-pitched whine, and you hear what it says about you, and Merrix looks down at you. You feel yourself very close to going down, but something is stirring within you, Jonis. Something that is beginning to be released. It feels dangerous, destructive, volatile, and in this moment of being outpowered by this machine, do you let it out?
Yes.
The pain within you turns into defiance as this will of power within you is unleashed. An intricate symbol burns itself to the side of your head. The runes and the shape of the Axiom engine begins to scatter and glitch as searing white light erupts from your body in a wave. The light is blinding, filling everything, even our viewpoint, as we back away from this moment. And we are only left with the noise of the machine here in the depths of Kenneth's workshop. Sentinel. You have been out. We don't know for how long. But you wake up near Hope's wings. Your body is attached, your head is there, and there is this impossible pain in your head, like a headache. It's very, very strange. And you know what happened. You know that you are not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be at all. But you hear something in your head. This low, metallic, robotic voice. But it's discordant and it echoes in your head. And you feel like you carry a great piece of information. And the voice says, when the twin serpents coil around the crimson star at the heart of the divided city, and the heir without a kingdom offers a jewel to the tormented shadow, the dragon of the south will reign supreme. As the echoes of the prophecy rings in your head, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my god.
What the
What the? What is going on? What is going on?
Did
Goodbye.
anyone ask for a lore drop? We got it.
The lore drop implies I got context to something.
What have you done to me?
Josh, what the fuck?
What is going on?
I don't know what any of that means. What's happening?
You didn't tell me. I wasn't told about any of this.
Omar, can
Oh.
you write down the thingy?
Oh yeah, sure.
In Discord.
The last thing he just said is in Lawkeepers.
Yeah, I pinged at the thing in Doorkeeper's channel. This is the Dragon Prophecy.
Wait, where? Lord
They
Keeper.
don't know what you're
Lawkeepers.
talking about.
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
our Discord
Oh.
channel.
Oh. They don't
Wait,
want.
what?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm.
Oh, yeah, we
I'm-
can
I'm
cut
stupid.
some of this out.
I'm sorry.
We can cut some of this out. We can
I'm
just give him
stupid.
Oh wait, we're still
goodbye
streaming?
and- I
Yeah.
haven't stopped recording.
Oh,
We did not say
Yeah.
goodbye. We did not say goodbye to the
We'll
baby.
just
Oh my god.
say goodbye. Omar, if you want to say goodbye and like, comment,
Yeah.
and subscribe, and then
Yeah, yeah.
I'll cut out our middle bit there.
Yeah, well, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Hopefully you watched the rest before this. Otherwise, this is gonna sour the experiment, I think. But thank you a lot for being here, and hope that you like, you subscribe, give us comments, share it, follow the links in the description, and we will see you next time and see what happens. Yeah, see you.
You better
guys,
come
see you
back
guys.
next time.
Yeah.
Bye.